First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
We're going to work.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180.
I'm coming.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here we go.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They don't want it, fellas.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hard, fellas.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Run! Get there, get there, get there, get there.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allowed some blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Your trip is here, baby.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson dancing to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Touchdown, Detroit. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
Boys,
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
You don't want none.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike, 54. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch the slant.
On third down, Swift. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
we go. Pac-Man. Blue 80.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Sunday.
Don't get nervous.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Good work, boys.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs have to step forward.
I'm coming after you.
Bottom line,
your
offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Watch 54. Watch 54.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
And here we go. Watch the pass.
Lion.
Watch the pass. He's checking.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Hey, watch that.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Dorsett on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here we go. Motion, motion, motion.
Right there. right there.
On third
54
down,
Mike.
Jackson.
Here we go.
And able to find Dorsett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Brilliant.
Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Number 53.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10 once again from the 28.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 50.
To throw again.
Defense. Keep it up,
Jackson.
guys.
He completes it to Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. This complete to Jones. A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And Jackson throwing once more.
Mike 53.
Being chased out left. And he's got it. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Yo.
Mike 55. Get that quarterback at all costs. Tight dog. Watch the safety creep.
Topper. Go.
Wise motion.
Crash.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Yeah, score.
Lamar
Touchdown,
Jackson
baby.
in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down now, Swift, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Come on now, let's go.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they should have known.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. That pitch just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. To throw is Wentz.
I'm going back to you.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Mike, 70 ending.
Three's the Mike.
Know your job.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Throwing is Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a second and 13.
Solid.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
51's the mic, boys. 51. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go one more.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
40's Mike.
I know he ain't got it.
Lefty.
He's coming. We got double up.
Wentz to throw again. Forced out, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. To try again after the sack. Wentz, and this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, don't look now, but but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll run
Mike,
on
number
first
53.
down.
Mike, 53.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have the first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off a game.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's get them hoes. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch the whip. Joker.
Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Boom!
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Let's go.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Wentz gonna throw. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He wasn't ready.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Check 26, check 26.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
51's the Mike. 51's the...
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And an Eagle 1st down.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
4 down.
Now Wentz again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Mike,
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here we go. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Let's go. Ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Run.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Crash down.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Wait. We got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
It's just me and you.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means deep.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's do it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Okay, ready.
53 is the mic.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Lions, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.